Well, hello YouTube. It's been a long time since I've done a video on this channel. And it's been really just only a couple of reasons for that. It's been too freaking cold out here. Usually when I come out here and get done what I need it done, and I get out of here. And we've had a real crappy winter this year. We just started finally getting warm within the last week here. Today is April 27th or something like that. As you can see, it's raining outside right now. Of course, on the days I have to work, it's real nice and sunny out, and by the time I get home, I can maybe have time to spend an hour, hour and a half out here. Maybe 2 hours, depending on what's going on. Or sometimes it's not enough to get anything done, it seems like. I do got this to heat it, but one, this thing is noisy as hell, and two, it, like I said in the past, you need a lot of propane to heat this. I mean, I can get it warm in here, but not warm enough to do any kind of finish work, and I'm getting to the point where I have a lot of work building up here that it's going to need some finishing. So I'm kind of out here right now, or actually I've been out here a little bit every night this week, kind of cleaning up the shop, getting it ready for some of these bigger projects I have coming up here. Nothing's really changed much in the shop other than I'm just kind of organizing it right now. I did buy this air compressor over the winter here, used. A buddy of mine had this. He upgraded to a 80-gallon Quincy, so I got this for a pretty good price. 60-gallon Air America, which I don't really know too much about this brand. I know it says DeVilbiss. I know what DeVilbiss is. They make a lot of spray guns and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't know what kind of quality of a compressor is. He said it was real good. He bought it used 2 years ago. I guess he was getting a bigger sandblasting cabinet, and this wasn't enough to run it. But for other stuff I do, this will work good. I'd kind of like to have an 80-gallon too someday, but you know, I just don't have the room in here for a big tank like that right now. But this is better than the 30-gallon I have. But you know, that's going to have to wait till I get the proper power out here. Along with my planer over there. I haven't used that planer in over... Well, I've lived in this place for a year and a half now, so I haven't used it in that long. So I've been kind of dinking around getting the power ran out here. Mostly because I can't make up my mind how I want to do it, how much power I want to run out here, and all that good stuff. Kind of clean up the mess, kind of stacking it. Why I keep this pile of 2x4s, I don't know. It's kind of like one of those things, well, I'll use it for something. This pile right here is all good lumber yet. I gotta find a better place to put that. I need to build a shelf somewhere for it is what I need to do. Kind of one of the projects I need to get done here before I get into some of these bigger projects. This drawer is actually my niece's. My brother needs to come here someday, and we need to figure out how we're going to fix this thing. Actually, I think this is part of an antique dresser. That's his wife's mother's grandma or something had. I don't know the whole story. So she wants to keep this piece of junk. So we need to figure out how to fix it, but I think we're going to need the whole cabinet. And so I know he said there was more drawers in this that needed to be fixed, but he just brought me one to show me what was going on with it. But he brought me that probably like 2 years ago, and there it still sits. But he was talking about it today, so maybe one of these days he'll get serious about fixing it. But yeah, back to my pile of wood here. For a person like me, I think I have a little bit of OCD in me. I'm a kind of a person that everything in its place and everything has to be a certain way, yet stuff like this doesn't bother me. It's in a pile, it's in its place, I guess. But at some point I need to deal with that. I probably should just throw it in the firewood pile. These little pieces of log here are from centerpieces I made for a wedding in the fall. These bigger pieces I kept because I wanted to make bowl blanks out of them. I think they're still too wet to even do anything with, so they're basically just in here drying out right now. I need to build a covered place outside somewhere where I can just stack this stuff so it can dry out till I can use it. So it's not in here taking up floor space. And then my pile of lumber here is slowly whittling down. I think some of these wider boards I'm going to make planters with outside. So we want to expand what we plant this year in the gardens. I think some of these boards that were part of old workbenches that previous owners had in here, I think I'll probably just add them to the burn pile too. I don't know. I don't really want to use them to build planter boxes in case they're filthy from oil. I don't want to contaminate anything. I think the best thing to do is just fucking burn them. Then I got these two cabinets here that I made a long fucking time ago. Finally doing something with them. I think I'm just going to tear them apart and reuse the wood for something else. I was thinking about using them for something, but all the projects I have coming up, these are just funky sizes that I can't work into the design in any way. And plus, I made them out of different wood, so they don't even match. So I think I'm just gonna start taking the screws out of them. I think I'll take them, knock them apart, or cut them apart, and reuse the wood for something else. I haven't really done any turning lately. I think the last turning I did is I made a bunch of pens right before Christmas time to give away for presents. I definitely want to get back into doing that. This thing, I don't remember. I think I bought that last fall. But it's too high sitting on this bench here. I don't like it that high. So what I'm kind of thinking is, I've got this old stand here, which my old table saw used to sit on. I burned this up a long time ago. That's why I ended up buying this table saw. So I'm thinking of repurposing this. This is about the perfect height for that drill press. I'll put a nice beefy platform on here, and I'll just bolt it to the top of that. Then I can still roll it around. You know, when I bought that, I was kind of torn between getting a bench top and a floor model. Like, man, I don't have the floor space in here. Plus, a floor model is usually kind of a pain in the ass to roll around, push around, and whatever. But I had this space on the bench here I wasn't using it for. So I thought, well, man, I'll just get the bench top model. But this bench is too high. As it was, I cut this bench down to make it a good height for my lathe here. And we've been doing some clean out at work because insurance companies are getting crazy about different things, so we've been having to do massive cleanouts of everything to get them off our backs about different things. So I salvaged a bunch of doors here. I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but they were nice doors. And if anything, maybe I'll just, if I don't find a project, I'll just cut the wood up and do something with it, I guess. But this is nice cherry under here. And I actually more specifically why I brought these home is I want to copy this color. This color is a popular color we do at work, and it's kind of a three-step process. We dye the wood yellow, and we put a teak stain over it, and we come back over it with like almost like a black. It's not really black. It's more. It's like a brown color, but it's so brown it's almost black. Glaze over the top of it to get that. And actually, this green color, if you remember from my other channel back when I was building this cabinet, this was the green from work that I was trying to copy. Actually, my green is a little greener, but actually I do like my color green a little bit better too. Of course, these doors, who knows how long they've been sitting around in the shop. Plus, it's on cherry wood. This is oak too. That changes the way the color looks too. Other than that, just kind of getting the shop in order. One thing I do have to do, I need to rebuild my sawhorses here. I built these things, and I use the term loosely, probably 15 years ago when I bought my first house. Needed something to do some projects on, and I think I replaced like the center parts on these a couple times, but I need something that folds up and gets out of the way. I need to take the time and actually build a decent pair. That just takes up too much space there. And this video is going on 18 minutes. I'm going to have to cut out some of what I've been talking about, but that's what I got going on this week. Now that we really shouldn't be getting too much more cold weather, and get into doing some projects here. I'll talk to you later.